Hey, how y'all doing, good people? Just Mesh, what's up? The Millennium Gemini 87, what's up with you? Miss Davis. Journey with Oma, how you doing? Maya Larae 14, Miss B, how y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? All right, I'm gonna try to jump on in this thing and make this thing a little. What's up, Maisha Wilder? So I'm gonna try to jump into this thing before my co-worker walk in here. I just seen they van pull up down there. Let me see, can I get some of this stuff out? Good question I got for you guys. Hey, I had a quick question for you, black folks. And I'm only talking to black folks here, y'all. So if you're black, stay. If you're not black, don't get mad what I say. Black folk, when in the hell are we gonna start showing up as the people we wanna be? Let me explain that to you. When are we going to start showing up to the party, to the program, to the picnic, to the job, to anything as the people we desire to be? Now, this weekend, I went through something somewhat traumatic, but I realized, only reason it was traumatic because I took a person to be, I took a person to represent themselves properly. When they came to me, I expected that to be the person that they were showing me up front an authentic light. And this was a person of a different race. So I'm like, okay, shit, cool. So after we got through conversating and talking, the lights went off. The cat turned into somebody totally different. And I'm like, oh, what's up? Cat turned into, white superiority, all that stuff. And I'm like, man, wasn't you just for the black people? Wasn't you just for the immigrants? Wasn't you just for this? He like, man, that shit sell, bro. He say that shit get me out of trouble. That shit get me free stuff. He say that shit. He say, man, I'd rather be by myself all the time. I don't want to be around none of y'all, motherfucker. He was talking like that, but here's the thing. You were just sitting up here talking about kumbaya and love and shit. And I said, you know what? I said, I can't get mad at that motherfucker for showing me his true colors and for stating to me how he feels about me and my kind and anybody else that closely related to me or resembles me. So when he said that, I say, okay. So instead of me getting upset, instead of me taking offense, I said, you know what? Let me spread the message. So here I am, finna tell you guys how to rock this thing and spread the message properly. I say I ain't wearing my glasses, but here goes somebody say more race baiting. You hear black people and you come in this bitch thinking I'm talking negative about any other culture. You're crazy, man. This ain't race baiting, player. Uh, can one of my moderators block this racist bitch? How about that? But back to it. So, so with that being said, so the cat showed up to me and we was at this event and all this blah blah blah, and he was landing on thick. I'm like, oh shit, we got us somebody, a white man that care about us. Yeah, yeah. Man, them cameras left, the police detectives left, the warden left. That motherfucker stated how he hate everything about us, how he hate everything about every other culture and every kind of race. So I was gonna get upset with the cat. I was gonna say, okay, that puss ass nigga. I'm a Florida boy. I'm an old puss ass cracker. I was gonna say all that type of shit. But it made me think about something. That man doing what he have to do to survive. He done learned how to stuff his racism, his anger, his bigotry in order to get to the bag. This is a skill that I really haven't learned yet. And this is a skill that most people of ethnicity, color, whatever you want to call yourself, no matter what diaspora you come from, we haven't learned how to fake the role and play the role. These white boys have, these white women have. Hell, some Latinos have. So I said I'm gonna spread the word, and I'm gonna tell my people. People, stop showing up as your authentic fucking self to any event. Stop showing up as your authentic self anywhere in this fucking world. This world is a script. This world is a play. This world is all materialistic. It's a movie set. You know, I hate to quote old crazy ass Donald Trump, but what he said, casting call. When the fuck we gonna start showing up to the people, showing up in this world as the people we want to be, the people we want to see ourselves as? And take for and let's rock it now. I'm answering a real question. Let's rock it. You go to work one day. You get a new job. You get a new job. You show up to the building, and you come in that bitch bright eyed, bushy tail, bubbly, trying to make a difference. You want to do this. You want to do that. Yeah, you. I want to be this job. I want to be this job. But you show up. You come up and you show up with the sense of, I'm gonna just be myself. I'm gonna be myself. Fuck what everybody think at this job. If they don't like me, they can fuck themselves. They can say this. And we've been taught to come to work as our authentic self, to go into a relationship as our authentic self. See, I'm finna get into the psychological part of this shit. We've been taught to do everything as our authentic self. And then you go into that space as your authentic self, and then as soon as a bitch hurt your feeling, as soon as a motherfucker step on your toe, as soon as a motherfucker say you not what they acquired, what they wanted, or anything like that, now you're going home with your fucking feelings hurt. Now you're burdened down your spouse, your man or your woman or your partner with the bullshit. Oh, I don't know why Linda do me like that. I don't know why the HR don't like me. I don't know why Pam get on my damn nerve. Want me to tell you why that shit affected y'all people? It's because you went in as your authentic self. See, me, when I'm at this job, when they send me to different places, I'm at the job, I ain't never 100% authentic Eddie. I'm not the Baron. You know who I am? I am that employee. I am the nigga, the man, the daddy, the father that works for that particular company. So I'm going to conduct myself in the manners of that company. I'm not going to show up anywhere as my authentic self. Because, bitch, you hurt my feeling. My authentic self don't have a cutoff switch. My authentic self can't be hurt. But if I show up to your job as the image I want to present, and you hurt that image and you fuck with that image, you know what? I can only say, okay, well, let me change that bitch up a little bit. Let me tweak that bitch a little bit. Let me conform just a little bit. I still keep my dignity intact. I still keep my core values to myself. I still keep my ideas as mine. Let me some Are y'all hearing what I'm saying, people? Are y'all hearing this? Let me help you out. Maybe y'all ain't hearing me too good. 90% of us, 90%, it's a small percentage, 90% of us get in relationships, and we come into relationships smiling. We want to cook, we want to clean, we want to out fuck, we want to outdo all this shit. We want to put on our best representative until that shit get tired. Until you start seeing like, damn, I'm putting all this shit on the line for somebody who ain't rocking with my character, who ain't doing this right here. Or that person that came into the relationship and they done jumped up their character, and then they can only hold that shit for so long. And then you say, okay, after 90 days, 100 days, the bitch just, now y'all like just living together to survive. So then they say, oh, the reason why it didn't work because you wasn't authentic, you wasn't genuine. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of relationships that done failed because a bitch was very genuine. There's a lot of relationships that had failed because a motherfucker really showed up authentically, caring, wanting to do, wanting love, wanting to receive this, wanting to receive that. And then when we didn't get it, we got disappointed, right? Am I the only one? I didn't fuck many women. I didn't had many of fucking failed relationships. I'm no angel. So it wasn't until I started showing up to the relationship as the person I wanted to be. Now that's if I'm just fucking on you. That's if I'm your man. That's if I'm anything. I showed up to that relationship, that interaction with the person I thought about, cultivated a character, and I wanted to be. Now, do that make that interaction disingenuous? Do that make me a fake man? No, it don't make me fake. It don't make it disingenuous. You know what it make me? A survivor. It make me a person that has crafted an identity, and now I'm using that identity to the best of my ability so I won't get hurt, stained, or damaged moving forward in the future. See, it takes a real motherfucking masculine ass man to understand this principle here. Men are designed to be hurt, played with, tossed away, and discarded when something better come along. So we take that shit onto ourselves, and then we become hard, bitter ass niggas. Women, y'all get tossed, played around, and all that shit. That's not y'all design. Y'all design is to sit on your ass and receive. We get it. But some of y'all sit up there and y'all receive some of our knowledge, some of our pain, some of our thing, because you show up to us very genuine and authentic until we can't rock with your program. Now you lose your cool. Same thing. Again, I refuse to show up to any scenario, any situation, any place as my authentic self. With the low level vibration energy these motherfuckers have out here in the world today, with the I don't give a fuck about you, I only care about me attitude that's going on today, I am never, ever, ever gonna show up to your motherfucking party, your program, or your job as my authentic self. You will never know anything about me until we cross that motherfucking line, until there's a need to know basis. And people, I'm trying to tell you how to protect yourself. Stop showing up to all these motherfucking people, lives, and events thinking you keeping it motherfucking real and you exposing your real self. And then when a bitch knock that down, crack you across your head, or your feelings get hurt, now you want to declare holy war. Hell, and half of us on my channel, we witchcrafts and spiritualists and all this magic hoodoo voodoo da 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 shit. So now we want to put bitches in pots, freeze them, hate their family, cut the energy from the dick off, make the pussy stink. We want to sit up there and do some vengeful shit. Why? Why? Because you played the motherfucking fool. That was your fault. You showed up as your authentic self. You showed up and you how my how old Mason dude I used to when I was in Mason, he used to say, don't get mad because they tore down your mansion. You took off your mask, Batman. And I said, what? He said, yeah, you took off your mask, Batman. Don't get mad because they burned down your mansion. And those words stuck with me for a long time. But this white boy in the this past week, just reiterated. They love that motherfucker at that prison. They love him. That motherfucker told me straight up, he don't give a fuck about no other race, no other culture, nothing. So people, and think about it. The white race have been doing this type of shit for a long. They'll sit up there and be nice to us on our job. They'll sit up there and be really cool. And next thing you know, they catch you on their street. They done turned on your ass, called the police, chased you down, shot you because you were looking inside a house. They done set up there and you done delivered food, DoorDash, and now they calling the police, walking. So another one calling the police, you walking off, and you're their constant DoorDash deliverer. You know what I'm saying? I see this type of shit, but at their job, that ain't me. That ain't me. All these white folks that been doxxed, that ain't me. That ain't me. But again, it is you. And you know something? It's gonna be me too. Cause I am never gonna show up to something. Hello. I am never gonna show up to anything moving forward as my authentic self. Everything you will see from this point on will be a caricature of my creation. Mine nonetheless. I created it, so I'm gonna rock it like it's real. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that motherfucker is real. It's gonna be living. I am gonna manifest who the fuck I wanna be and how I wanna treat it. I'm not gonna show up as this scarred, battered, abused little boy anymore. I'm not gonna show up as the angry, bitter black man that done got fucked on and cheated on by other women. I'm not finna show up as that guy. I'm gonna show up as this stoic ass, masculine ass man who I desired to be, who I put into play, and who this is my character moving forward. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Now you gonna get a couple low level motherfuckers, and I love to talk shit about the low level people. You gonna get a couple low level motherfuckers be like, oh man, that's not authentic. That's not authentic. You can never love a woman. You can never really do what your kids. You can never. Yeah, sure we can. We can do all that though. Cause that character, cause Embedded in that character that I created is a place for loving my fucking woman. Embedded in that character that I created is a place for loving myself. Embedded in that character that I created is a place for loving the atmosphere and the work and the people I'm around. Do that mean I got to make myself vulnerable and expose my weaknesses just to make you feel good? I don't think so, Tim. Not at all. So, people, I'm just trying to tell you how to heal and help this holiday season, because a lot of y'all are going to go to y'all family house. Y'all going to go to Thanksgiving dinner. Y'all going to go to the cookout, the smokeout, all that shit. That y'all going to go to Christmas. And y'all going to meet that one person who never saw you as human. That one person who always have something negative to say about you. You're going to meet that motherfucking person who don't like you. And you know what? It will be your feelings that get hurt because you allowed that shit. You show up as your super jazzy, badass self. You put on your hater blockers, your glasses, your stunners, whatever this shit called. You put your wig in your head. You put your 27 piece, if it is such a thing. You get fly as fuck, and you show up to them damn parties, to them events like your shit don't stink. You slide in that bitch like you got the biggest dick and the wettest pussy. You do your thing. And when a bitch sit up there and say, oh, that bitch acting different, that's when you know you got it. When a bitch tell you acting different, that's exactly when you know you have hit this mark. And that character, when they sit up there and snoot their face and suck their fucking teeth and say you acting different, bitch, you got it. That's the character. If a bitch don't like the character you create, let's say you create a character and everybody love him. Everybody love him. I'm the Baron. Everybody love me, right? I'm the Baron. Everybody love me. You better, goddamn it. But while you loving me as the goddamn Baron, what if I tell you the Baron is a character? Factored into that character is my caring, nurturing side. Factored in that character is my willingness to help you. Factored into that character is my willingness to be there for you in a time of crisis. That's my character. That's my character. That's what I decide to do. But what if I told you on the flip side, the real version of me, the Eddie, the real version of me, that motherfucker like being alone. That motherfucker don't like to help nobody. That motherfucker just really want to sit in silence and don't hear shit. I just want to sit in silence and stare off at the distance. The real version of me don't want to be responsible. I don't want to go to work every day. I don't want to have to pay bills every day. I don't want to have to go and whoop ass and get people out of trouble. No. I want to sit in silence and just live. Sleep, eat, fuck, shit, piss. Probably get high every now and then. But I can't be that guy. Because that guy, nobody will know that guy, and that guy can't achieve nothing. So I become the Baron. And I do spiritual work. And I tell y'all these nice spiritual stories. And I show y'all the caring side of man. I show you the masculinity side of man. I come to this work. I make sure that these people that I help get the help they need. And I go 100% hard on that. 100% hard on that. So at this job, they can't hurt my feelings. On this platform, you can't hurt my feelings. Now, if you catch me on that motherfucking Saturday where I'm sitting in that motherfucking RV looking out the window, you beat on that door and call me a piece of shit at the wrong moment, bitch, you just fucked with me. You just hurt my feeling. And I'm finna do something bad to your ass, because that's the authentic version of myself. When I'm relaxing by myself, I ain't putting on no show. But other than that, baby, we can cut a jig, we can dance and everything. But back to the original post back to the original what this video was made for. Black folks, we need to start showing up to every program, every party, every event, every fucking thing we do as the person we want to be. Not what we want to see. Fuck that shit. I want to see God one day, but hell, I don't think I ever gonna see a white nigga come down in a goddamn. I see a nigga in all white with a white beard come down and say, "Hey, son, how you doing?" I'm not gonna see that. Show up to every event as the character you want to be. Show up everywhere as the one you want to be. Even if you can't stand my motherfucking guts and you come to my page, you be nice and pleasant. You show me what you want to see. Hell, if you want to be a bitch and be mad, show me that. I'm not going to judge you for it. If I come to your house and you accept me in and invite me in, that's the character you played. I expect you to maintain that shit. If I come to you and I say we in a relationship, goddamn, you better treat me like you motherfucking understand that we in a relationship. Y'all getting it yet? See, this is all about central casting. Ain't none of us authentic motherfucking people in the limelight. Ain't none of us authentic individuals, period. So again, if I show up to put dick in your ass, and this is that real nigga version of me. If I show up to your house to put dick in you, expect that's the character I'm coming to play. Boca stroker, dick layer, pipe layer. If you come to my house and you have made that character in your mind that you finna be the nastiest, freakiest thing on the planet, god damn it, I expect you to show up with that energy. Who that coming? Oh, thought it was my coworker. I expect you to show up and be that motherfucking energy. Don't come there and flip it. And if we start something and you change the rules of the engagement, you just changed the character. You broke the deal. You can't get mad at me if I motherfucking flake out on you. I can't get mad at you if you flake out on me if I change the fucking deal. Are y'all hearing me? I can't get mad at the white boy for playing the role, making me think he liked me and everything I did, because that's what he showed me and that's what I accept. So when them cameras went off and everybody went wrong, he showed me his true self. I got offended, but then I say, shit, that's his thing. Racist as fuck, but you'll never know it. But we, as black folks, we have the tendency to sit up there. If a bitch don't like me for who I am, fuck them. No, you can't say that. If a bitch don't like you for who you are, create somebody they do like to get what the fuck you want. Just be authentic with it. If I tell you I'm a motherfucking carpet layer, god damn it, I'm gonna buy all the equipments to be that carpet layer in your eyes. If I tell you I'm a motherfucking asshole and I got a heart of gold, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make you think I'm an asshole. Because there's some form of protection in that energy that I'm bringing to you. You know, the most powerful words that I can ever hear in my lifetime is when somebody said, "No, boo, you do you." No, boo, you do you. Or take the boo out and just say, you do you. Man, everybody overlooked all that shit though. So moving forward, people, 2026, when you show up to your job, moving forward, anything you do, when you show up to your partner, when you show up anywhere, boo, do you. Do you. Do you don't mean be your authentic self. Do you mean create a motherfucking character, a persona, rock that bitch to the end of time, but make variations and factors. Factor in the fact that that character you create can be kind. That character you create can be sexual. That character you can create can be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Factor in that thing, but that's your moving point. That's your character from here on out. Don't show up as your authentic self in this fake ass fucking world, so we won't get hurt, so we won't be using our spiritual energy to hurt people, to harm people. Don't show up no more like that. You know, there's one person that's very authentic, and I'm not gonna say, well, you know what? I'm gonna say their name, you know, cause I like my friend, y'all. I like my friend. Phoenix Goddess. Since I met that woman, she ain't changed. She ain't changed. You know, doing readings and conversations, I've seen the vulnerable side of her. I've seen the arrogant side of her, and but you know something, the image she always showed me has been steady. Now I don't know if that's a character she playing, or I don't know if that's really her, and that means she mapped that thing out perfectly. Perfectly. I can't get mad if that woman was to curse me out, because you know, hey, I question, did I do something? And there's a lot of people out there that has mastered that energy of being what they create to show the world. It's not malicious. It's not nasty. It's nothing. It's just, this is what I'm showing you. This is where I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to change no matter what you think. He think or she think. I can respect that. And having conversations with this sister made me realize a lot about myself. Somebody told me I was important, right? Somebody told me I was the shit. Somebody told me you better than that. Okay, okay. Didn't believe it, but now I do. And it has worked for this system. It has worked for a lot of people. But that's just a record that I've had a conversation with her. So people, listen to me. Stop showing up as who the fuck you are with these fake ass people and crying about it when they hurt your feelings. Stop it. You took off your mask, Batman. Stop it. I've been there. I've been the good guy. I've been the decent cat. I've been there, man. And it won't happen again. And in this world, me going to all these prisons, me going to all these damn prisons, work camps, and things like that. Trust me, I'm never gonna show up to these places as my authentic self. I'm gonna show up as the person they need me to be. If you decide to fuck with me, be my girlfriend or wife, I'm gonna give you an ideal. You're not gonna be dating this authentic nigga. You're gonna be dating the character I want you to see. That character gonna love you, respect you, cherish you, deal with you, fuck you, love you, all that shit. But that's because I'm factoring in points to it. So if you ever decide to walk away from me at any given time in this bitch, you didn't walk away from me, you walked away from that character. If you ever decide to hate me, you didn't hate me, you hated that character. Because I would hate for me to come to you as my authentic self moving forward and you tell me that bitch got scars, that motherfucker's damaged, that motherfucker didn't meet your expectations. Then now I'm just damaged, scarred, disappointment, low energy, lethargic, every nasty thing. I'm in a dark, dark shell in a bubble. People, y'all, listen, the low energy ain't gonna get what I'm saying. But them motherfucker with that high vibration, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it. Hope you do. Let me see what time it is. All right, let me look at some of these comments on this thing. How y'all doing out here? I'm looking at some of the comments now. The Black Tigers, how you doing? Getting the straight cussing and maybe some non-praying, some non-praying hand. We constantly learning. I love that. I love that. So will the person you love or ever get to know you? When it's time. Renee Hill, uh, they'll get to know me when I feel safe and vulnerable enough to drop that guard. But up until that point, no. You're gonna see my character, and to believe it or not, the character that I show you is very much authentically me. It's just I just remove my emotions. That's it. So yeah, my person will motherfucking get to know me, but they're gonna already be like, damn, I feel like I know you forever because you have. Yeah. You just taught me something I needed to hear. I'm telling you, man, we learn together. So everybody, so I missed True Spook yesterday. I'm clocking in, y'all. I'm clocking in. They give us the phone we can clock in on nowadays. Everything on the phone. What's up, Miss Henderson? Have to emotionally intelligent. Yes. Old folks call it code switching. I ain't never heard of it, but I'm gonna Google the term. We as must mask ourselves at some point in our life. We got to. Speaking and moving out of pain and mistrust. What a way to exist. At least you are honest about it. My tactics are not to engage. I hear that. That's how I am right now. And I told I'm closed off. Renee Hill, don't look at somebody telling you closed off. Don't ever look at that shit. That's attack on that character. That ain't an attack on you. You doing what you have to do to survive, what you have to do to make it so you don't break down, fumble, and cry. Fuck that. I don't care who say I'm anything. Fuck that. I'm here. I show up. I treat you good. I treat you well. I do what I do, and you love me for it, and I love you back. Done deal. But everybody, so I missed True Spook yesterday because I just want to share something with you guys. Uh, my cousin passed away on her birthday. It was her birthday, and then she passed away. So I felt So I was out of it. I was having a dream that somebody was passing away. I had a dream that, well, about 2 3 days early, I had a dream that my sister passed, and I contacted my sister. It took me a day to contact my sister because I didn't I didn't I didn't want to know that if she passed, so that type of stuff. So I went on Facebook and I found out my cousin Sabrina passed away. So I had to go contact family, and I had to be over there for a couple of days. And it's my auntie's. So my auntie, to tell you a little bit of how this is so serious for the family. My auntie, she lost her grandbaby 8 years ago. Sabrina's son, 8 years ago. She lost her son, my cousin, you know, about 4 years after that. So about 3 4 years ago. And then she lose her only daughter, you know, 2 days ago. So now here's a 76, 77-year-old woman who had lost every last single one of her children. She only got one grandbaby left. So we over there trying to comfort her to the fact that cause my dad and his sister, they live very much close to each other. They always been like, they always been close. They live very close to each other, like 3 houses apart from each other. So my dad, he shut down his house and he moved in there with his sister to make sure she don't do nothing and to keep her safe. So I've been over there a lot, and I do apologize. I know y'all very understanding. I'm apologizing because I know I got a job to do as far as giving you guys videos on my on my Patreon. But this time I just was over there comforting her, because a 76-year-old woman that done lost everything, all your children. That's the most terrible thing, to outlive all your children and your grandbabies, and you're the only one there in a big ass house by yourself. So we all just comforting her, and we all over there doing our thing. And my dad literally moved in with her. So I just want to let you guys know that I've been out of it a little bit, out of context, because I've been making sure auntie is okay. And but the whole fucking thing about it, the dream that I lost my sister was so fucking scary, because I lost one last year June. uh yeah, last year June. What, this year June or last year June? I can't remember. I lost one then, and then to lose this one right here, because this is like my second favorite sister. I got fucking favorite siblings. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I got them. So yeah, this is my second favorite sister, and it kind of fucked with me when I seen her in the hospital. And I go live today again because I got to drive to Tomoka prison today to drop off turkeys to the COs and the guards out there. Just something we do. So I'm gonna drive out there, and I'll tell you. I'll come back live. I don't know what time I'm leaving, but next time you see me, I'll be in the car driving, and I'll tell you guys about the dream itself. But yeah, so that's what I'm going through. And close to the holidays, she lose her, and my cousin died on her birthday, the day she was born. What's the fucking coincidence? The day she came in is the day she left out. Gangster. So that's a little bit that's going on with me, y'all. So y'all gotta bear with me. I don't do death really good. I'm the Baron and shit, and I like the cemetery. But man, when it come to people I love going away, baby, you got you a puddle. You got you a whiny ass little kid, boy. Cause anybody that's taken from me, I can't stand it. I lose my cool 100%. But yeah, that's it. Uh, Everybody, don't forget your petitions if you're going to do the ritual for December the 2nd. Please don't forget to have your stuff to my PO box by December the 1st. I'm going to check it today. Please have it to me by December the 1st. That's the last time I'm checking the box. So do your due diligence with the holidays and send in your petition. You can cash out, PayPal, or put cash in your thing, $100. Everything is going so far. I have what, 12 people. So far, 12 people have done it. So that 12 is gonna get all of the blessings. It is what it is. I'm not. If it was just one, I would still do the ceremony, but it is what it is. Oh, thank you, Emmy, for putting that in there. Thank you for putting all that good stuff in there. I like that. And yeah, in the Cash App and PayPal too. Thank you, the Black Tigers. But let me get in here. I gotta organize how we're gonna take these turkeys to this correctional institution. All right, everybody, I'm finna let you go. I am the Baron, telling you guys to trust the you and the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Soul Tribe, y'all be good.